What's going on, guys? I got a new bow in the back seat. I can't wait to show it to you. I'm headed down to the pro shop right now to get it all set up, and I'm gonna take you along for the ride. All right, guys, just got to Ross Outdoors right there. Just got to Ross Outdoors. If you're in the Phoenix area or Arizona in general and you need a good pro shop, check these guys out, man. I've been coming here for like 10 years and they've always done right by me. So I'm gonna get in there and get this bow set up. I'm psyched to show it to you. Hey, Grady. So,
today's boat sponsored by Road Rubies.
All right.
Fizz free Celsius.
Here you go. Fizz free Celsius. AX2 32 will be in there.
It's so nice that you have these open for me. Oh, it's perfect.
Yeah. I like the bird look.
Also known as Carhartt brand. It's actually the same color scheme. Dun dun dun. So, I hope you're filming, because otherwise I'm gonna start talking to nothing.
Oh yeah.
So you get your little spec card with the bow, and then this little luggage tag. If you're gonna be getting a Hoyt aluminum bow, the luggage tag is not just to rip off and leave it home. It is the short screws for mounting their bow mounted quivers. If you're using like a sight mounted quiver or other companies like a tight spot where it's on a dovetail mount, they can go on and off. Just keep these or make sure your shop gives them to you. Otherwise, down the road, you might be in a little bit of trouble.
That's a hot tip right there.
Oh, dude, I've lost them so many times, and then at the end of it, I'm like, uh-oh. I'm so sorry. Give me 5 minutes, and I promise I'm going to find it, because I've forgotten. So, quick run through. Super light stretch. 6 arrow. It is a QD on-off. It's got some big wing nuts. It's really, really nice. Is adjustable for arrow length, so depending upon arrow length, and then once broadheads get in, you're able to adjust the gripper to hood height. It does come, and this is like a pet peeve of mine, and I'm super happy that they take care of it. A lot of quiver hoods don't have this kind of baffling underneath or cuts through. That cut in there, the reason that is there isn't just to look pretty. It's there so that when you put broadheads in, it covers more of the broadhead blade. So if you do put it on a pack, you do go in and out of a ground blind, more confined stuff. If you do grab the quiver hood, it protects the broadhead blades from grabbing onto all the other stuff. Yield, Hamsky Epsilon, dialed in Hunter edition. No, you can't have this. This is one of one for Mr. Josh. Ghost Stick 2.0s must have if you purchase any Hoyt. They don't say that, I say that, because everyone who buys a Hoyt and is like, I don't need those, by the end of it, they end up getting them because they see the convenience. You have your 80 Mountain Series 12-inch bar. I don't know Josh's plan here, but with this bow, you do get two options. You can either run standard, where from bushing to front of bar connection on this bar, it will be 12 inches. Or you can do the drop down. If you do the drop down on this, which is where your Ghost Stick 2.0s will attach, it adds 4 inches of length to your stabilizer. So now your 12-inch behaves just like it's a 16-inch. And I'm really happy I did the math there, because I almost didn't do that right. But that's what I do on mine. I run a 10 off the side and I run a 10 off the front, because my off the front now behaves like it's a 14-inch bar. So you're able to get a lot more effectiveness out of it, but you're able to go between the two if you want. Then a Spot Hog Fast Eddie PM in the 10,000ths pins, and it looks like Josh has a 5-pin here. So follow along as we go throughout and make a bow.
time to make a bow. Well, there you go, guys. As you saw, this is the new bow, AX2 from Hoyt, 32 inch. So we're gonna shoot paper now and see what happens.
Finger release. I just want to use the string too.
All right, so we're point right. Grady's gonna space the cams, and I'm gonna try again. Just a pinch.
I mean,
all right, guys, we're good. We did 4 shots, so here we go. This was first shot. This was second shot. This was third shot, and this right here is fourth shot. There you go. All right, now Grady's gonna get the nock set. We got to move the peep up a little bit, do some fine tuning stuff, and it should be good to go. I'll go cider in at 20. Grady, why are you tying a nock set?
to reduce nock pinch. So nock pinch is something that happens when you come to full draw because your string, I've done this in a video before, but your string comes back to a triangle like this. And these two knots on your D loop will curl in and they'll grab your arrow and it will kind of make it either float and you'll never notice it, or a lot of shops will notice it and it'll jump and it'll hit the top of your capture arm. Some people are just like, oh, you drew aggressively. Normally that's a sign of nock pinch. So what you do is you tie these soft knots, and it's a very controversial thing. I was taught 3 under, 2 over, with about a serving width space between the top knot and the top of the nock. The reason you do that is so when these knots roll in, it keeps a flat surface for your nock. I can show it on a draw board better than explaining it, but it makes it to where the arrow isn't, it's being propelled straight. It's not being biased by getting lifted or thrown off to one side or the other. It's just a lot friendlier.
It's like perfect elevation, but I just need to move the windage. The arrow went way right, so I'm just gonna do this here. So one of the things I love about these sights is I don't need a wrench to adjust the windage. See what that does. A little closer, gotta keep going. And I think what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to, right here, these notches up here, I'm gonna have to take this screw out, loosen it, and move the entire sight housing this way, another notch. And that'll give me more room because I'm almost out of room adjusting the windage on the micro adjust. I moved the entire sight bracket this way. Wait, yes, I moved it this way. Sorry, I got confused there. So in order to counteract that, I'm probably gonna have to move the windage back a little bit from where it was. So now we should be a lot closer. At least we're gonna have the room, I feel like, to get it where it needs to be. That was in the yellow dot. Let's try to shoot a group here. See where they go. I think I hit that arrow. So that's good, but not good. Oh boy. Let's go take a look at that. Oh dear. That's pretty tight. Check it out. There we go. Not where I want it to be exactly. Make a few fine-tune adjustments to get it up in here. I don't even sight my bow in normally at 20 yards. I'm just trying to get on paper. I normally put my top pin at 30 yards. So that's what I'll do when I go to the actual archery range. Hoyt, AX2 32 Grady, what is kind of the standout features of this year's bow?
So it is a similar kind of appearance from the Alpha X from last year, but really, once you start digging into kind of the white paper, as Hoyt calls it on their website, pretty much everything is different. So they went through, they skeletonized the limb pockets to shave some weight down. They did some new bridge work throughout the riser. It's minimal, but it's there. Brings the bow down to a comfortable like 4.2, 4.3 pounds of 32-inch axle. So it's a really manageable weight for an aluminum bow. Still using the same all aluminum spacer kits. So we really like that because there's no more shifting of little tiny paper thin spacers. Have the new HBX Gen 4 cam, which is kind of the shining star in all of it. Sorry, my OCD was kicking in with vanes being aligned. So you have a new mod, a new cam base. You're picking up on this bow probably at a 29-inch draw length. I'm gonna say from an Alpha X, you're gonna be picking up 14 to 16 feet per second. So it's an extremely efficient cam, but it doesn't suck to draw back. So that's the big benefit with most bows, is when you go in and you start getting speed, you start sacrificing comfort. With this bow, you will notice at 26, 27, 28, 29-inch draw, it does feel a little bit stiffer at the kind of beginning of the draw cycle, but that's because everybody is getting the same draw cycle now. So the guy who is a 30-inch draw has the same draw as the guy who is a 26.5-inch draw. You're not gonna notice a variance, and that's why we see on the shop side, a lot of people coming in, and we have had people say, hey, it is a little bit stiffer, but it feels like it aims a lot better. So there's no slack on the back end. There's a little bit higher cable tension from that HBX Gen 4 cam. On a fitment side of the house, the module, if you get into it, it truly allows 1/8-inch draw length adjustments when paired with the let-off adjustment. But the cam and mod itself do 1/4-inch draw length. So you'll notice on a lot of the mods, there's a capital and a lowercase letter. That's 1/4-inch draw length adjustments. And then when you pair that with 85, 80, 75 on the mod for let off, you can get 1/8-inch adjustments out of it. I personally really like that because you are able to tailor in draw length without having to replace D-loops, because that's a pain in the butt because it changes your peep height all the time. You get 2 different settings on your cables, and that does sound weird, but it is with those let-off feet. You can change them. There is a H and an XH. H stands for hard, XH stands for extra hard. So whichever one is facing away from the bow is the one it is. So Josh right now is running an 85% let off extra hard. And that's why when you get back into it, especially for a lot of people on the handheld shooting side, having super rigid cable tension is very important. And that's something that they really listened to the shooters from 2024 with the Alpha X and RX8s. They bumped that cable tension up to where now handheld shooters and then people who are executing an index trigger properly are able to keep tension into that back wall, but it's not easy to bow the cables and end up causing variances in draw length, kind of causing a slap shot almost, because the bow doesn't want to go past your draw length. So very, very forgiving on that. Still really nice wide limb stance on everything to where very rigid platform. It's hard to torque side to side. So if you're a guy going in with gloves, because it's way too hot here in Arizona, we generally have to deal with a lot of sweat on our palms, especially with Josh doing August, September stuff. There is quite a bit of sweat going on there. If you want something a little bit more in-depth on the review side of things, at the Ross Outdoors YouTube channel, we did do Alpha AX2 review. We've done bow builds. A lot of good information over there for people to check out. So feel free to jump on over and you get to see my smiling face a little bit more. An amazing bow. You do get one notable thing, which is really kind of a tiny but mighty point. You do get these little cam horn things. So when the bow is setting down, it's not on the cam track. You're actually on that little nubby thingy, and there's a rubber gasket running around the outside of it. So you're not sitting like on some of the prior models, especially with the Go sticks, you're not sitting on the string serving itself. So kind of the devil is in the details, but once you start getting to the level of perfection that bows are getting now, the details are what matter.
All right, guys, there you go. Hoyt AX232, super pumped on this bow. It looks great, feels great, and is driving tax. Can't wait to take this thing through season and get it dirty. Super appreciate the dudes at Ross. If you're in Arizona, you need a pro shop, go check these dudes out. They've always done right by me. I've been coming here for a real long time, like I said in the beginning of the video. Aside from that, keep your eyes out for a video in the future. We're gonna get this thing sighted in, get it ready for season. I'm gonna take you guys along. If you like the video, please hit thumbs up. If you like the channel, please hit subscribe, and I'm gonna see you in the next video.